Hi guys, what's up? Alex here. Today we are back. More Grid Autosport, the one I've been fearing to upload, the GT series, in the McLaren. We will remember last time, or it's the Endurance Challenge I should say, we will remember the last one, really didn't go to plan. I think we were in a McLaren that time as well, it might be actually the same team, but yeah, really didn't go to plan. The Aston Martin race didn't go to plan, really, but we didn't get a terrible result, but then the one, what track is it? The second race, whatever it is, whatever track it is, I didn't enjoy it. I don't really like that track in the second one, so yeah, it's not going to be too fun, is it? That second round is always looming, you can't get rid of it. So 8 minutes of the Aston Marina short circuit. You can see I'm just flicking through the views just to make sure that, you know, there isn't an option to maybe possibly go for, you know, the in-cockpit view. I was thinking maybe if it's there I'll try it, but no. And already there's an accident, trying to go side by side with, I think it was one of the Astons. You guys are telling me it's the Aston, it's not a Ferrari or whatever I said it was. It's an Aston. I can't remember which one you said now, but it's an Aston. And I honestly thought there I was going to get a penalty because I cut way across the line. And I thought I've got to be aggressive on the first lap, and there's going to be a penalty. Yep, of course it is. But yeah, I thought I've got to be aggressive on this first lap because this might be the only opportunity I might have to get past some of these cars. So yeah, trying to get past as many as possible on this first lap, but a mistake straight away, gets the corner cut, and you can see I'm just trying my best to try and keep off the curbs, but you know, honestly something like that, I thought, wow, that was close probably to getting the corner cut. But 9th place out of, was it 16, so we haven't had a terrible start. There's another McLaren, K&N, sort of yellowy and red McLaren that we're trying to battle against here. And Nathan McCain currently leading this one, with Alec Coty in 8th place, who we're following right here in the other McLaren, or the other team McLaren. And then in front of him I think we've got one of the Intel Mercedes SLSs. So I really do like the SLS. It makes a, you know, I've got to say the sounds are very, very authentic in this game. I went to Silverstone to watch the Blancpain Endurance Series, and we saw some of the those Mercedes SLS race cars, and they make a near identical sound to what they do in the game. So very good job by Codemasters on the sound, I got to say. And I don't know whether you can really hear it. You might be able to hear it if you put the volume up to max or whatever, but the sound is really, really nice on the Mercedes, not just in the game but in real life as well. The sound is just great. And trying to slide across there, and look at that, I had 2 wheels over the white line, yes, but not 4 wheels. I thought this was supposed to be 4 wheels over the white line. That made me angry, and only 2 or so minutes, 2-3 minutes into this video, and I'm already angry. Now that's not a good thing, is it? Because, you know, when I get angry, I start driving worse. So you can see there's quite a lot of tyre degradation on the rear tyres here. Already after what, 2 laps, I've nearly got 20% tyre wear on those rear tyres. So I really haven't been paying a huge amount of attention to what they're doing in terms of pit stops, but I don't think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they've got pit stops in this game. I've tried to look at as many blog posts as possible, but I haven't seen anything about pit stops or regarding pit stops, so I'm guessing they're just not in the game. And if we've got that much tyre wear, that's not nice, is it, crashing? Really, Alex? Well, I suppose that one was sort of my fault. I deserve to have some sort of penalty for smashing into the Intel Mercedes, but anyway, yeah, so I don't think they've got any pit stops in this game, which it kind of frustrates me. Penalty, yeah. Anyway, it kind of frustrates me just because endurance races without pit stops is just a bit weird. I mean, I don't even know what they sort of classify as endurance racing in this, but I get 8 minutes isn't an endurance race. It's not even a sprint race. Sprint races are even like 20 minutes minimum, but you know, they had the full 24 hours of Le Mans, I think, in Grid 1, and it's just unfortunate they're not going to have anything like that. I think what post I saw, I don't think it was from Codemasters, but I think somebody saying that 40 minutes is going to be the maximum race length, and that's really hardly endurance. And in terms of GT racing, that's a sprint. Endurance is at least 2 hours, really. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but I suppose you can't have everything. But anyway, we're trying to catch up to Jade Martin now in another SLS, the yellow version. Look, can you believe that? Can you? it's hard for me not to comment on it just because it's so annoying, especially around these two GT tracks. And I mean, when you're driving such a powerful car that slides around all over the place, it's really hard to not cut corners. Well, it's not really cutting corners, it's just driving the racing line. And yeah, it's annoying, but in a way it does teach you to stop corner cutting, but in a way it's just so frustrating. It might end up people not playing the game just because of this. And I really hope, you know, for their sake, that they take it out, just because people are not going to really enjoy. I mean, Grid 2, just, you know, it was, in all fairness, it was probably a failure in terms of what they wanted to do. So Grid Autosport, has redeemed itself in many features, but that corner cutting thing is still a thing I need to take out. I don't know, even F1 2013 has that sort of slowing down off the track, but in a way it just doesn't seem as bad in F1 20. Like, you can go over curbs. People go over curbs in real life. Look at that. He went 4 wheels on the, at least 2 wheels off the track, and then the other 2 on the curb, and he didn't get a penalty. So I don't see why it's different for the AI to me, if you know what I mean. It's just a bit stupid, really. That's the only thing that's really frustrated me at the moment. Like that, I followed his line nearly exactly. I got another white line. I think I got another penalty for going over the white lines on the outside. Okay, I think I've raged long enough already. But hopefully hopefully you guys do understand my point about corner cuts and everything in this game. Is frustrating. You're just trying to do your best, and that sort of thing does get quite annoying. But look at the tyre wear. Look at that. I don't know whether it's in sync with how many laps you're doing or how long the race distance is, but to have 50% tyre wear after, what's that? Is that 4 laps? I think it's 4 laps. It's pretty crazy. So that means if it's not that, you can do 8 laps of this international circuit. So yeah, that's going to be something I'm going to need to look into, especially if there's not pit stops. People are going to be running around on the rims if it isn't in, like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know, a 20-minute race has 20% tyre wear, and a 100-minute race has, I don't know, you know what I mean, hopefully. So probably another lap to go after this. I'm trying to slide my way around here, but car's starting to give up on me with the grip on the rear. You can see the tyres are pretty much nearly going to be off the cliff by the time we get to the end of this, but trying to dive down the inside, just trying to get any last minute positions. McLaren blocking me off there. You can see the AI, I don't know whether I've already talked about it, but AI generally are pretty fun to race against in this game. They did do a good job, and you've got to applaud them for that. It's much better than Grid 1 and 2, the AI in this, just because they actually try and fight you. But I do sort of find you can see the AI sliding around. And do you ever see cars like this sliding around in real life? I know it's not supposed to be a... Oh my god, Alex, such a fail. Nearly spinning it out on the last lap. But do you ever see cars really sliding around about that much in real life? These sort of GT cars? No. So, in all honesty... okay, I got mad there, I think. I just ended up taking him out, so... yeah, that's the end of the race. Sorry, it doesn't go to the end of the lap, does it? So, yeah, interesting stuff, that first race, but not too clever from me. Alright, so now we're going to be on to the second race. Yes, we are. I'm not sure what it says. Endurance GT Group 2. Algarve. I absolutely hate this track. But Group 2, I don't know what that means. So is there a Group 1 in GT, and then not single seater, sorry, then LMP or like Daytona prototypes, or what are they going to have at the top? Because this isn't the bottom GT, and I don't think it's the top. Well, it's definitely not the top GT, but I don't think it's the bottom GT. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they're doing in terms of endurance. Even though I absolutely hate this track and the corner cuts that you normally get in these cars, I am interested to see what it does, but I'm not going to be playing endurance first, I'll tell you that. I just want to be playing single-seaters. They're really the two... Oh my... You see what I mean? This is why I don't like this track. It's partly because I'm bad at the track, and then also down to... I seem I can't really race against the AI very well. I don't know, it's just me, but... yeah, stupid move on my part to really put the car there, but it's just frustrating that the car handled in that way, or reacted in that way, I should say. So these are the Aston Martins, aren't they? I'm so sorry. You guys left a load of comments telling me what it was, and I can't remember what it is now, but it really is a different Aston Martin, isn't it? It doesn't really look like the typical Aston. Oh, there's the gravel. I'm into the gravel. Okay, but so yeah, it's a really different Aston Martin. I'm interested to actually see what that's like in terms of the race. I don't know whether it's me, but I'm just sort of got the feeling that is that car the one that's sort of replacing the Vantage. The Vantage has been about for like 10 years, I think now, so it'd be about time to replace it. So maybe it is. It's that sort of size of car. Maybe it even is the new Vantage. I can't remember. I'm so sorry, guys. You did leave a load of comments, and I'm sorry I forgot. But right, we're not last. That's the start. Well, we'll probably end up last in a corner. But just trying to keep into the slipstream. No, we're not going to the slipstream. I remember what happened last time I hit that curb. I spun round. I don't want that to happen again. So, yeah, let's not do that. Going for the outside manoeuvre into turn 1. What an overtake, actually. Really good stuff. The car's sliding about through the corner, though. Whether it's due to me carrying too much speed or whether it's just down to the car not having that grip, I don't know, but they do slide a bit too much in my opinion. That might need to be toned down a little bit, but apart from that, this game really is looking good. I'm very happy with what they've done with it. Not happy with my overtake, so that was terrible. It actually ended up me braking late, and that's one of the most fair penalties I've had in this game so far. I overtook like 4 or 5 cars and only got like a second or so penalty, slow down penalty, so overall that's not too bad. Right, so we're right behind Sigurd Nielsen in the Intel Mercedes. Can we find a way past him? Well, he's not exactly making it easy though, is he? He's putting his car in the right place, and wow. Alex Afnoob strikes again, taking him out. I'm sorry about this, guys. I think you probably realised when you clicked on this video that this was going to be a bad race, just because of how bad I seem to be at these GT cars. And the annoying thing is, I've pretty much got to win the championship, and that means pretty much winning this race to make sure I've got enough to do this sort of challenge at the end of all of these championships. And there's little to no hope of I'm going to win this, especially if I keep doing stupid stuff like that, running and getting a penalty for driving off the track. It's a bit weird, doesn't it? You do the identical thing 2 laps in a row, and then one lap it gives you a penalty, and the next one it doesn't. I really don't want to be saying about the penalties, but it was just such a big feature of what happened in this race to not, to ignore it. So I'm sorry about that. I honestly am very sorry about that, because I realise you guys don't want to see me talking about, or hear me talk about that, I should say, because it isn't interesting to listen to. But it's such a major factor of what happened in this race that I thought I need to emphasise my point. But see what I mean there? Yeah, that was a bit of a mess up, wasn't it? Look how they just get away. Yeah, I told you guys at the start. I think I told you at the start how terrible this went. But yeah, how the car, he actually defended into the corner. He saw me coming, and then he defended to the inside of the corner, and he didn't do such a good job there, as I just threw it up the inside, caused a bit of a crash. But anyway, teammate now at least up into 12, so that's going to get him some points for Oakley Motorsport. But I've got to say, there are some improvements that can be made, at least to the GTs, just to make them stop sliding as much through certain corners. I know I'm not the best driver to talk to in terms of driving GT cars, but they do drive, they do slide a bit too much, which is annoying, and that needs to be taken out of the game completely, in my opinion. Anyway, so back on the hunt, trying to get some more positions here, but really jangling way ahead, 400 feet ahead of me, pretty much. And some of the corners around here are near blind, and there's a spin. Oh my goodness. Same corner as last time, I spun it again. Wow, what an annoying thing to happen. So I'm probably just gonna have another lap or so of this. Just checking through the cameras again. I mean, nothing else to do. Over 1,000 feet behind the car in front of me. Not going to be catching him in a hurry. Track extend to the max. Probably going to get a penalty. No. That's interesting. But I've actually got steering damage here, so that's not going to be helping me. And I'm not sure whether any of you guys noticed in, I think it was the street one. I think was it the last episode of the street one? I think it was. You realise I wrecked my car in one of the races, and it made a really weird noise. And I think they're doing quite a good job with the sound in this game. Definitely an improvement over the other two grid games. And yeah, you can see my, I don't know whether you could hear my engineer there talking about tyre wear. Tyre wear is pretty bad, and you can see that steering feels like it is going away, and you know, giving me another penalty, as well as giving me some info on the gap to the car in front as I was hitting the D-pad buttons. 6 seconds I think it was to the car in front, but we've lost well over 1,000 feet to them, which isn't going to be good. If this was just judged on overall distance over the two races, I'd have been, yeah, it wouldn't have been good for me, as I'd have been way behind. But luckily it's done on points, so yep, lucky me. But hopefully, I can't remember what series I'm going to do next. I think it might be Tuner I might be doing next. I can't remember exactly what I'm doing next in terms of series in this series, if that makes any sense. But hopefully it's not going to go as terribly as this. I can see them in the distance. Don't spin again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that needs to be fixed in a way. Just how slidey these cars are in fast corners. But apart from that, they're not that bad. I know it might sound that I really hate these cars, but fast corners, they're really too slidey. You know, I'm trying to go flat out through there. Wasn't going to work, was it? But yeah, so I'm sorry this might have been a bit more of a boring commentary. Just I really don't know what to talk about apart from the sliding cars, and also the fact that the corner cuts. Yeah, so that was annoying, but yeah. Stuff happens, but yeah, last, 6th in the championship, gonna have to do that again at some point. Pretty much none of the sponsor objectives, not even got to level 2 in that category. So that's end of season 9. We did the team target, but really nothing to be proud of there. But until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's Blacks, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.